Okay, now it's recording again. How's it going? How's the morning?
It's going.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey. If everyone actually wants to change their name to also include your business. There we go. Oh, and I gotta close that out. Don't know what that means. Nope. Close that. Well, I haven't used Zoom in a while. I'm trying to remember everything. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just gonna stop messing with stuff. Okay. So I guess we can just chat for at least like another 2 minutes. See if anyone else needs to be let in. And then we can get going. Because I know like Dawn has a hard stop at 10:30. And we all have a million things to do today. Okay. Anyone have fun plans for the weekend?
We're prepping for a 10-year-old's birthday.
Oh,
Because you only turn once, according to her.
yes.
Siobhan, you look radiant this morning. Are you over at Oddside? I don't know if she can hear me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking outside too.
Yeah, I can. I can.
We could have been there together.
Yeah, I'm going to a funeral after this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely okay. It was actually timing was convenient.
Well, you look amazing.
Timing for this and then that is what I meant. Thank you.
Going to visit my mom. She's back in town for the summer.
Oh, nice. Where from?
Belize.
Oh, wow. What is she doing in Belize?
It's cheaper to retire down there than in Mexico. They have like 80 feet of ocean frontage and their taxes are like $100 a year.
Oh.
Okay, so we all moved to Belize. Got it.
Yeah, they speak English because they used to be a British colony. So yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
That is awesome. I'm just hoping to get a hike in today. Like I know it's supposed to at least be sunny. I'm good with it at least being sunny. I can handle that.
Yeah,
it's when it's freezing cold.
Right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with introductions.
Is it really Is it laggy for everyone or just me? Like it's a weird, should I get out and get back in?
Let's try that. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably because she's on that busier public network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that breath doesn't make it friendly either.
All right, we'll wait for her to come back in.
Hey, Deb, let me ask you real quick. I know you love to golf. Are you a member of any of the country clubs like Spring Lake or American Dunes or any of that?
Not yet. Mac is part of, I believe, like 3 different ones.
Okay.
But we're trying to determine as a family, like which one we want to be part of.
And do you guys get any of those like Golf Digest local publications from any of those? Do you know?
No, we don't.
Okay. Because
Why?
I've
What do you
got
think?
somebody who's reaching out to me for like, print advertising,
Mhm.
and the price is not bad in comparison to some of the other like concentrated geographical things. But I was like, I want to talk to somebody who actually has a membership at one of those golf courses to see, like, do you get this? Is it valuable? So anyway, I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask you because I know you play golf. So
Yes. Which I'm sad
I
tomorrow's only supposed to be 42, so golf had to get canceled.
I did 2 of those like direct fairways golf advertisements the last couple years,
uh-huh.
and I don't think they were worth it at all. And they were supposed to be concentrated within like Grand Rapids area.
Gotcha.
I think the first year I think I spent like 500, and last year was like almost 6 for different one. The first one was supposed to be just the golf magazine that they give out at the golf courses. And then last year was supposed to be at Cedar Chase, and I was supposed to have the 12th house logo on hole 1. And I honestly don't think I got any traffic from that at all.
Okay, that's good to know.
So
I mean,
Okay.
it's not really one of the things that I would have like had on my radar, but when I saw the rates in comparison to some of the rates for some of the other print advertising, I was like, it's not a bad rate, but I wonder if people are really looking at it. Because supposedly it's at the golf course and it gets mailed out to the members.
What are they gonna offer us? Oh no. Why did it freeze?
Golf courses.
Yeah, I haven't posted, but yeah, that's a really good idea. Thank you for that.
Okay. Can everyone hear me all right?
Oh, I'm good.
All right. Because I just got the alert that my internet is unstable. It's like, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Like, I'm connected to the house and it's the only thing on right now. Okay, so I want to jump
I ended
into,
up going to my hotspot instead because I think it was actually better.
I just considered doing the same thing. So let's go ahead and go into introductions. I believe I know everyone in here as I look at the names list. So my name is Deb Oliveira. I own Oliveira Multimedia. We offer full range of media marketing, from doing your photos to doing social media videos to commercial videos, and then completely take over all of your marketing as well. So like your social media, or if you need to run an ad, and that includes like if you need to get in print, we handle literally everything. So we take a look at who your ideal audience is and then create a marketing plan around that and then run that marketing plan. So we offer literally complete, comprehensive, full range marketing. And that's Oliveira Multimedia. And I'm gonna go straight down the list. And so, Deanna, do you wanna go next?
Sure. So I'm Deanna Gerardo. I own Tranquil Interiors. I've been in the design industry for 30 years. Started Tranquil Interiors in Southern Indiana, right on the Louisville, Kentucky border 10 years ago. And then last summer, we fulfilled a long-term dream of relocating to Michigan for climate and environmental change.
Climate.
So what'd you say?
Climate. You like the snow?
Yeah, we do. Because in
Love
Southern
it.
Indiana, it's just ice. It's
Yeah,
not really
yeah.
snow. You can't play in it and enjoy it. So up here,
Yeah.
we can. But yeah, so we moved here in June. I announced the business was active in Michigan in December. And so I've just been working really hard to market myself and network and meet as many people as possible. And Siobhan and I had the pleasure of meeting previously because we were both in People's Choice and we're both part of a group out of New Jersey. And so we're just having fun connecting. And my husband was working for her this week, which is fun as
He's
well.
fabulous. He is great.
But anyway, I'm all about community. as opposed to competition. So I love that Siobhan and I are once again in something together so that we can really support and mastermind with one another. But yeah, so I offer full service interior design. I do residential and light commercial work. And the core of my business, or as many would say, my what's that damn saying you're supposed to have? Mission statement. Is that we really like to create we really like to create environments that foster connection, but also provide sanctuary. So that is really core of who we are. We value homes as the most important investment you'll ever make in your life, and we want our homeowners at the end of the day to really be anchored back to who they are and connect with those whom they share their space with.
And Dawn, I'm going to have you go next.
Hi, my name is Dawn. I own Break Room Therapy. It's West Michigan's only rage room. That's not my dog. It would be Olivia or Deb's, and it's on the counter, I think. Anyhow, I own Break Room Therapy. It's a rage room in West Michigan, and people come in and they break glass or electronics either because they're stressed and needing a different way to let go, or sometimes it's fun to break stuff too. And then we've also recently bought a glass pulverizer. So after our sessions are done, we take that glass, transform it back into sand, and then hoping for that sand to be used for like construction projects, landscaping projects, golf courses, sand pits for kids, landscaping, lots of different things, rather than the glass going into the landfill. So Dawn with Break Room Therapy, rage room, and also a glass pulverizer to sand.
Awesome.
Which is
Remind
so
me,
cool.
Dawn. It is. And remind me, I have something to go off of that too. What we can
Well,
keep
actually,
doing.
how about you go ahead and go next?
Okay, so I'm Siobhan, first of all. But my client, Dawn, actually, this might work really well with you. He is retired. You know how when you're retired, you just do all the things. For over 20 years, they've had a charity where they take your scrap metal, and not like, you know, the guys that drive around with the big things. It's like the little things like the wire and cords or the nails that you check out, all these things that people are like just throwing out, because all of that adds money, and then they donate it to like kids food basket and all of that stuff. So they have a charity that specifically takes, you know, crap metal that you can't just, you know, donate to big items or whatever. So that might work well too, if that's something that you guys come across.
I actually take my cords to Padnos, and that's how I feed my staff for the fridge upstairs.
There you go. That's awesome. That's fabulous. Do you want me to go next since I'm already talking? Okay. I'm Siobhan. I'm with SE Interiors, and I have been in the industry not nearly as long as you, about 17 years total. A whole range of different experiences, and I've been on my own now for, let's see, my little ones are 8, so yeah, about 7 years that I've had my own business. I focus primarily on residential, but I do love a challenge. So I have done small commercial projects as well, like a boutique medical salon, a psych office. I've done a church, like their youth center and rec center and stuff like that. So I really like finding those really interesting and unique projects as well. And that's me.
And then Sarah, I'll have you go next.
I'm Sarah. I own the 12th house. We're a local handmade gift shop here in downtown Grand Rapids. I've been an artist my whole life, and during COVID, I lost my second job to COVID and thought I couldn't work for anybody else. So I had always wanted a store for me and my dad, and I had lost him 4 months before that, and thought now was the time to do it. So we're coming up on our 3rd anniversary open. Retail right now is really hard, and I'm just hoping to get through the next year at least. So local handmade art.
Love that.
And then
Where are
Jen.
you located downtown?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
8 Jefferson, so right Jefferson and Fulton.
Okay.
I'm surrounded by restaurants. Bangkok Taste and Hong Kong Express, Gita Pita, Char, and Brooklyn Bodega.
Okay. Love that. Definitely have to check that out.
And then Jen.
My name is Jen Newell. I own Accurate Promotions. We do screen print, embroidery, and promotional products. So we can put your name or your logo on almost anything. We've been doing a lot of koozies lately. Also, the fun product of the week is Crocs. And then there's an accessory that they put on the Crocs that you can put a can of Pringles in them. Don't know if you want to do that or not. But, yeah. So we do employee gifts, customer appreciation, marketing stuff you're going to hand out at expos, awards. This is a company that my grandpa started in 1982, and then my mom took over, and now my husband and I run it. And we have been, let me see, I'm working on a new tagline. It is, we help you navigate thousands of promotional products so you can figure out the right one for you. And we've been helping you put your brand in their hands since 1982.
No, love that.
Love it.
Okay.
And then what has been your biggest win this week?
We've had a couple. We've gained a new client that placed a good size order, and then we had a couple of clients, they bought mason jars that we can put your logo on for a summer event, and we did a bunch of awards this week.
That is awesome. And Sarah, what has been your biggest win this week?
Well, we had a really great party on Friday.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, not actually a whole lot of good this week. It seems to maybe be picking up a little in sales wise, but yeah, we're still struggling trying to keep open.
Okay. I want to circle back to that one in a minute here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dawn, what has been your biggest win this week?
I don't have one right now currently. It's also been a rough week.
I'm going to throw out there that Dawn has an event coming up next month or June. And then you have something else coming up, right? Or is it just the June? Okay. And then Deanna.
I'm still standing on 2 feet after all the talking and networking I've done this week. I did have the pleasure of meeting another contractor this week who potentially can be a source for myself as well as my husband, who's an interior trim carpenter. So yeah, I mean, realistically, when people ask me how business is going, I'm like, well, I don't sell bananas. I'm not on everybody's weekly shopping list. And I really do market to the higher end luxury client. So in reality, it's going to take time for that to launch, but I still have business in Indiana and I still travel to Indiana, and I have 2 new Indiana clients for May. So all in all, I feel like I'm on target. I just need to make sure that I'm angling in the right direction, so that I don't in 6 months from now go, oh, well, that's why nothing happened. I was using the wrong voice or whatever. So all in all, I feel good. I'm on 2 feet. So
That's a win. Good. And
yeah.
Siobhan, I'm going to have you go next.
Sure. This week was exhausting, but it was fulfilling. I went to North Carolina to furniture market, so that was great. Very inspirational to see new products and his lovely husband helped me get a stinking door that has been the bane of my existence for a while installed, and it's gorgeous. So I'm glad that's done because that was just lingering over my head. And now it is the week, and it's my birthday this weekend. So
Happy birthday.
Yes,
Hey.
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry for any of the distraction. Our construction just arrived, which is what was going on there. I'm like, no, perfect timing. Okay, so I want to go ahead and hop into
Wait, Deb, what was your win?
oh
Good call, Siobhan.
my win was absolutely validation of we like us as a company that we know our shit. Met with a client yesterday and they're like, oh my goodness, like our social presence is working, like we have a solid brand presence. And they were really appreciative of the fact that they're able to just stay in their realm of genius while leads continue to come in, that they don't have to worry about that part, that they get to just do what they're good at. And then the other one was I got an email this morning from a brand new client. We're only on week 3 with him. And he's like, hey, we already had our marketing pay for itself with working with you. We want to add on to like our package. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's just
Nice.
it's still like really exciting hearing those things because you like know that you know your shit, but then having that validation of being like, oh, but it works. Like, okay, good. Like our team knows their shit. Got it.
I think no matter,
Awesome.
what caliber you're at, it's still kind of like, fake it till you make it kind of feeling. So it doesn't matter how well you know it. I think it's still like that imposter syndrome that you have.
Yeah, always. Okay, so Jen and I, Michaela, not Jen. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to working with Jen. Michaela and I wanted to keep this group small intentionally so that we could connect on a more personal level and help one another in our businesses over the next 6 months. So I really want this to be a place that you feel comfortable to be able to open up about business struggles or even wins. But I want you to feel comfortable enough to be able to speak up and be like, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. And I want everyone to be able to chime in and help each of our fellow entrepreneurs be able to overcome that struggle, because that's why we're all here over the next 6 months. Is we're like, okay, we're frustrated in this area and I want to know how to get out of that. So if there's anything that someone wants to kind of bring to the table where you're like, this is the biggest thing that I'm struggling in my business right now, and I want everyone to kind of bring in their input of how do we what would be a solution to this problem.
Well, for me, I mean, I know that I'm a control freak. So I know you're talking about having your team and this and that. I am my team. I want to be my team. I don't want to give up control or money or like any of that. So I know that, and I know that I could thrive and be expand if I had help. But also it's that, but do I? So I know that.
But I think you bring up a really good point where sometimes we feel that pressure of, well, I'm supposed to grow, right? Like I'm supposed to expand. I'm supposed to get a team. You're not. At least personally, that's my belief, that if you get the life that you want out of the business that you have right now, being a solopreneur, nothing says that you have to gain a team or you have to expand. If your business is serving the life that you want, then do that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved that realistically success is self-defined, right? Because when we were all growing up, it was like success is, the outwardly that the rest of the world might see, like the big house or the fancy car or the amazing wardrobe or the big diamonds, whatever, right? Everybody has the luxurious vacations. And so that was kind of always like the thing, right? And I don't know when or at what point it was like, no, you get to define your own success. And for me, when I started my business, success was being able to cover the income that I had previously been making, through my employer. So I was working full-time, making that much, and I needed to be able to work part-time and raise my baby while still making that much. So to me, that was success. And initially it was just like, make enough money. That was my level of success. Then it was do whatever I need to do so I can relocate to Michigan, right? So that was huge because to me, that was success. I set a goal, did what I needed to do, and I made it happen. And I'm really, really strong about work-life balance. So could I take the little phone calls that come for people who are wanting things that don't really align with the clients that I'm looking for? I could have, but I'm not going to. Because to me, success is being happy at the end of the day with what I've done. And that means having my sanity as well. So being able to stand in my space now and maintain those boundaries, to me, I'm very successful right now because I'm happy and I'm balanced. So, yeah, so I love just success is self-defined.
Deanna, I love the point that you just made, which was how, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Now it's baby brain where I just had it and now it's gone.
Was it the balance part?
Oh goodness.
I love the part where you're talking about you could have taken the little calls,
That was it.
yeah, because it's true. It's so often it's like, yep, I'll take it. I'll take it all. I'll take it all. So it's nice that you're at a place where, you're comfortable knowing what you want, what you don't need, what's not worth the headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was going to speak on as well is how if you take on every little client and every small thing, you end up in burnout and you're not happy. Whereas if you wait for the right clients, and this is different because I know Jen and Sarah are product based, but Deanna and Siobhan are service based. Taking on every client isn't helpful to the long term and health of your business or health of yourself.
Yeah, because I was there. When I first started, I was willing to be everything for everybody, and nobody ever said no because I was twisting and turning and molding myself to accommodate whatever they needed. And I literally was so burned out, I wasn't sure I wanted to do design anymore because I had allowed so many people to manipulate. I had allowed myself to manipulate and control, to their happiness that it was detrimental to my own. And so I really, I bought into some coaching and a program and some processes and procedures that have really allowed me to stand in my space. I know what I need to financially succeed. And so I'm just waiting because I would rather be open when that ideal client calls as opposed to having to push them out because I've got all this little shit that's driving me nuts and I'm so sorry. I hope nobody was offended by that. That I can't get rid of to make way for this shining star that is just lurking and waiting for me. So there's something to be said for really just standing in your space. And it's scary. It is scary because I have turned down things that weren't in alignment with what I'm doing. And then I go, oh, should I have? Maybe. And I'm like, no. And I feel good about the fact that it's just negative talk. It gets in there. Like, maybe I should have taken that guy's kitchen. It was only $35,000. He's not going to get a kitchen for that. Sorry, I'm being dramatic. But anyway.
I still struggle with that too. We've finally put in place better minimums. So I'm not chasing the little orders where I'm not making any money. So I totally understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a great place to be because you do. I mean, the little orders take just as much time, energy, and effort as the big orders. And they can really hold you back sometimes instead of launching you forward.
I agree. It's just taken a while to learn that.
Yeah, of course. I've been doing this for 30 years. I keep learning all the time. So
And we have about 10 minutes left of our chat. I want to talk about something that Sarah had actually brought up earlier, and I said I wanted to circle back to it. Ways that we can draw in more people. So we're talking about taking on the right clients, but I know product-based business is different. So what are some ways that you've successfully been able to bring in more people?
I don't know. Like, it seems like I've tried just about everything. I've tried ads on Facebook and put out coupons, and like we offer tarot, Reiki, medium, and palm readings here at the store too. And I've tried to like attach, well, if you schedule an appointment online, you get 10% off in the store. But then the people that come in usually don't even see any of my ads, it seems like. Like they're just walking by and they're like, or they heard, friend of a friend said they should come here for gifts. That's what happened with my biggest sale yesterday. A lady that works just down the street at St. Mary's told her friend that she needed to come in and get stuff. But she hadn't heard of the store or anything, before that. So I don't know. I've done what I know how to do, and it doesn't seem like it's enough right now.
I'm assuming you're close to St. Mary's then?
Yeah.
Will they let you post anything in like the nurses lounge or something for an advertisement?
That's a good idea. I haven't thought of that. I'm also really close to like Kendall and Grand Rapids Community College, and I've posted in their like bookstores, but it's hard to
Any of
tell.
those places, would they ever let you do like a pop-up or something too?
I'm actually in process of trying to get a pop-up at CC.
That's something like that would be good, because I think it's hard when it's just, trying to target the right, places
Right.
to advertise. So I think it's more getting out there and being excited and schmoozing, as much as annoying as that can be, because I'm people-y to a limit. So it's like Deanna, I was talking to her husband about how much she networks and how much she goes out there, and I'm like, oh my God, I have a max. So I know how that is, but I think it's showing your excitement and your passion for your product and how amazing it is, and just being excited to show is, I think, where the sales come from, and not like a little print ad, because that does, photos and everything never do it justice.
Right. Yeah, and I have a lot of local artists, so I have consignment artists too.
Oh yeah.
And
do they shout you out?
Occasionally. That's been one of my struggles, is that forever I used to help run the Fulton Street Artisans Market 15, 16 years ago. And everybody's, like when I was on that committee, people were, oh, well, you need to advertise more. You need to advertise more. And I'm like, okay, that's great. But you guys also need to take that if you're going to be there
here
Sunday.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, and maybe your friends don't buy from you, but maybe they buy from me. And maybe my friends who I told will come down and buy from you. You know what I mean? So it's all, if everybody does it, which hardly ever happens in the artist world, honestly.
What if that was part of your terms? I know it sounds horrible, especially considering you're trying to stay open, but what if that was one of the consignment terms? Yes, I will sell your product, but you have to post once a month or whatever it is about the store, so people know we're here.
Yeah.
Well,
do you have online sales as well?
I do. I don't get very many website orders though.
Okay.
But I only have it through, because I use Square as my POS. So I only have it through there, and I think they use Weebly.
Could you post the link to your business, like your web address, in our group?
Yeah.
How do I do that? Oh,
Just like
chat.
comment.
Oh, no, I
on
just
it.
meant, I didn't know where the chat was.
Oh, there is no chat, just on the page itself because it's just us on there.
My first initial thought, just because I've been doing so much of my own stuff, secretly, my goal is when I have my first big contract is to hire Deb to do all the stuff I've been doing so I don't have to do it anymore. Anyway, so my first thing would be make sure that you're following all of the artists that have their product in your store.
Oh, I
And-
do immediately.
And then pick an artist a day and spotlight that artist and their product and tag them in the post. And then ask them, like message them and say, hey, you were the spotlight artist or the highlight artist or whatever today. Can you make sure that you engage, invite people, right? That whole 3 dots at the top and invite people to follow.
Right.
Just tell people, hey, let them know, like, we love having you here and we love being here, but we've got to get on a campaign to keep these doors open. So
Yeah,
that
if I
means,
close, you close.
yeah,
Right.
invite everybody, make sure they're following, make sure they're sharing, and make sure they're inviting everyone on their friends list to follow their business page, to follow your business page. And if you just spotlight that one artist at a time, then it's going to concentrate. And if you do it every day until all of the artists are spotlighted, then you're going to, I think, grow that awareness exponentially.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get on board with them and say, okay, who wants to have an event? Who wants to host a workshop? And start brainstorming and putting together ways that you can get events on the books to bring more people in.
Right.
Whether it's guided meditation for new moon, whether it's a women's healing circle.
And we did those a couple of years ago. It seemed like there is another sort of similar shop closer to me. And I swear every time I come up with an idea, within 2 weeks, she's already doing it. And it's just really frustrating because this is gonna sound really petty, but I opened first and then she opened maybe a year later. And then over the last 2 years that we've both been in business, every time I bring something in, within weeks, she brings something in and has like not stolen, but like half of the people that used to come shop with me are now just with her.
That's hard.
And I know that's petty and I shouldn't think about that because
It's
there's
valid.
however many people in Grand Rapids, but it's just frustrating.
Well, can I come shop your shop and then can I go shop her shop and then can I give you just my unbiased feedback?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna do
I
that
would
next
too.
Friday.
I love this. Okay, so we are just about out of time. So I want to make sure that we get this wrapped up. Because obviously value everyone's time. But if anyone still has more ideas, if you want to send those to Sarah, or even pop them in the group, like as a comment on as a post, that would be amazing. And then Sarah, I have a guide I'm gonna send you as well.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you guys all so much.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.